Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today is a sad day, especially for fans of Michonne. I know this isn't the best picture, but it comes out a little bit blurry. I just want to highlight this. It was such a surprising image. It looked like Michonne. This is from the Season 10 trailer. It is Michonne that's just something different about her outfit and her getup, and it looks like she's holding Lucille, and it looks damn similar, purposefully, most likely. It looks just like when Negan was pointing Lucille, both in the comic and in the TV show. And I am really curious to see what they have going on in this moment. And what they have going on with Michonne for her Season 10 storyline. Because now we're getting these reports. And I tell you what, unless an insider spills the goods, or unless spoilers come out and verify how she's going to be leaving the show, there's only one real way to know whether she's done completely, like the headlines say, with The Walking Dead, or if we will see her in the Rick Grimes movies. Now, we'll get to some of the articles in a second, but from what we're hearing, Michonne did announce, Denai, who plays Michonne, did announce that she will be walking away completely from The Walking Dead. Now, we know this is very similar to what Rick said, and even after, Andrew Lincoln said about playing Rick Grimes, and even after it was confirmed that he was alive and they were doing movies, he did confirm that, yeah, it is true, I'm not going back to the show. So a lot of fans are wondering, especially with AMC's new service, AMC Premiere, and it seems like they're going to try to build that up to maybe possibly bring these people together, these characters back together, but not on the main show. So let's get to part of the article. One thing also from the trailer I want to point out, this is an image of Michonne from Season 9. I think this was the finale. And I love how her stance is just like something from the trailer, and you got snow here, but in the trailer we had almost identical, even clothing and all the stance, how she's striking with her sword, and there's like fire behind her. So we got the fire and ice in The Walking Dead. I don't know if there's more to it, or if that is just fun little coincidence, but I like it. It's pretty neat. Anyway, so the article comes out and says, this I'm going to read from The Hollywood Reporter. They're a reputable site. Again, links will be in the video description. But I read through a number of articles, and they seem like they're pulling from the same exact source, which is what the actor actually said at San Diego Comic-Con. And it said here, and this is a quote from Denai, "I can confirm that this is the last season I will be on this amazing show as Michonne." She said, Denai, at first to an audibly sad reaction from the audience before ultimately getting a standing ovation. "I would just like to say that this has been one of the purest joys of my life to play this role and to be amongst these amazing people and those who are not here right now and amongst all of you. I'm very thankful for the experience I've had in the ways I can't state right now. My heart does not leave in any way, shape, or form. The Walking Dead family is forever. The connection between us never ends." Now that is similar, again, to, remember Rick said I'm far from done with Rick Grimes, but I'm definitely leaving the show. Again, circling back around to what I said when I first started this video, the only way we're going to know, unless they tell us, if she's going to be in the Rick movies, is how she exits the show. If she exits like Rick and Maggie, where those characters are still alive in this universe, but they're just not on the show and they're not in that area. One thing that makes me a little nervous is who this character is and her family that she'll be leaving behind. I don't think she's going to giddy up out of here with her son RJ and Judith. Judith, again, is a legacy character that I feel, unless they have a backup plan or a main plan for Judith down the line, Judith is a character that is, again, it's a character that's a brand that's already built in to the fan base. It's not, here's a brand new character. If all else fails, AMC can take a break, gather themselves, do a big time skip, and do Judith when she's 20. You know what I'm saying? In 5 or 10 years, we can have a Judith movie series or her own spin-off show. They do a casting for someone who's a little older. It's a legacy character that's connected to Rick Grimes. Same thing with RJ. RJ isn't pointed out as much, obviously, because he's a small child. Judith is more interactive. But those two characters, I can't see them just having Michonne take them away. I can't see Michonne just leaving them either, unless Michonne only thought she was leaving on a mission for a short period of time. Let's say a week or a couple weeks, and wherever or whatever she goes to do, it ends up pulling her out of the main show at this point permanently. But she still has the option and opportunity to end up in the Rick Grimes movies and somewhat of a reunion down the line. And if they somehow, and again, this is all twisted with, is it going to be a movie? Is it going to be a series? Will there be a time skip? Will this even work? It seems like it's a lot to juggle. But that might be why they put Scott Gimple in a role where he's overseeing the whole franchise as opposed to show running for one season. But it would be up for him to juggle if they can do a reunion. And again, it's all about the story. It doesn't matter if it's on the main show. It doesn't matter if it's even outside the Rick movies. The Rick movies can play out. The main show can play out. And we can have a new set of Walking Dead movies where they reunite Rick, Michonne, and the kids. And even some characters like Daryl and Carol. Who's to say what the future holds? And again, it all depends on platform. It's the story first. I don't care if it's a show, it's a movie. I don't care if it's a little mini series they do. I don't care. It's the story first, however they want to showcase that. Now, Denai goes on to say, it was a very difficult decision, she added. It is not connected to my heart. My heart stays right here. Well, that's an interesting line. It was about my calling and other things I feel called to. Maybe this is about leaving for, career decisions then. The opportunities I've had exploring it as a creator of work, I'm filled with a lot of pain about leaving and a lot of gratitude. I am thankful to all of you. I love you guys, and I love this show. The Walking Dead family is forever. I mean, that little sentence or paragraph there leads me to believe maybe it is either, and I don't want to stretch speculation too far out, but maybe there is some type of, salty bad blood behind the scenes with people, maybe not people she works with, but maybe AMC on the corporate level. Or, and again, that's a stretch. We have no idea if that has anything to do with it. Or if it is simply career choices. She can't do the show and everything else she's doing with career and her activism, it's too much to juggle. That might be the case. Especially that line, it was a very difficult decision. It is not connected to my heart. That line right there, I don't know. That one right there is crazy. I shoot from the hip, My heart leads the way. So I can't imagine making a decision that isn't connected to my heart. But I might be reading too much into that. Anyway, she goes on to say, we will miss the hell... Oh, wait, no. This is Angela Kang. We will miss the hell out of her, said Angela Kang. Denai's importance to the show cannot be overstated. The mark she's left, the excellence she brings every day, and the way her professionalism and passion... It's been a remarkable journey. It's been remarkable seeing her spread her wings out in the world as well. On the writing side, we take the responsibility very seriously. It's important to the fans and to us. When we worked on the exit for Andy, we took it just as seriously. We want to do this right by this incredible actress and this story. I hope we haven't screwed it up. We put her through her paces this year. She's a spectacular actress. She brought her A game, that says AAA, and as she always does, I'm very excited to share what she's doing. And that seems to be about it. The article does go on to say, at this time, there is no word whether or not she's going to appear in the Rick movies. I think the exact quote is, and again, it's from this article, Denai will appear in what sources describe as a handful of season 10 episodes. And again, we're hearing that she'll likely leave in the second half. A little bit of insider news, but we don't have any more details other than that. Besides, we don't get into thick spoilers here at all. So she'll likely make it to the back half. We could discuss that in a separate video down the line, or maybe this week on the live stream. But the article goes on to say, Denai's emotional remarks arrive a year after The Walking Dead star Andrew Lincoln used the same Comic-Con stage to confirm his departure from the series. Unlike Lincoln, who will reprise his role as Rick Grimes in 3 AMC movies, Denai is walking away from the franchise completely and is not expected to appear in those features, at least not at this time anyway. Like I said, and this will be the last thing I discuss really when it comes to Michonne and this news. It is open, just like before when so many fans were certain, and there was some people, it's the internet, there was some people who were downright rude when we were open to the talks about Rick movies being in the theaters. There was some people who were like, that's not how it works, it's on AMC and AMC only, and they were going nuts. Same thing here. Unless we find out she dies, which I hope we don't find out that until it actually airs. I hope they can at least keep spoilers tame for some of the big deaths, or at least this one. Unless she dies on the show, there's always going to be a chance for her to appear, not just in the Rick movies, but down the line in some way, shape, or form. And again, the story matters. It doesn't matter if it's in the main series. It doesn't matter if it's in the Rick movies. It doesn't matter if it's in a different project after those. You know what I mean? All right, so put your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. What do you think of Michonne leaving completely? What do you think of Michonne here? I tell you what, I'm going to miss the hell out of Michonne. She's been one of my favorites for a while now, and I'm definitely going to miss her if she is all the way gone. I mean, all the way gone. That's going to be shitty. We're losing a lot. I hope they start building up some characters as well, because now with Michonne gone, at least for the characters that's been around for a while, and if Maggie isn't returning anytime soon, what are we left with? Some of the oldest characters are going to be Daryl and Carol. I mean, we're down to 2 now. Especially from season 1, we're down to 2, no matter what. All right, thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking, so it's your turn.